How's it going, guys? I'm Matt, this is Motorworks, and in today's video we are going to be removing the radiator on a K1300S. Now, the radiator removal is pretty straightforward. The tools you need to do this job are basic hand tools. You need a pair of pliers. I use a pair of channel locks because you can get some good leverage on those, so a good pair of pliers that you can get some leverage on are very helpful. A flathead screwdriver as well as a Phillips head screwdriver. It depends. There are some clips you need to remove. There's also some clamps that need removed, and sometimes people replace those clamps, so just have a Phillips as well as a flathead screwdriver. But that's pretty much all the tools you need. Now, you will have to remove the bodywork. I do have a video on how to remove the bodywork from this bike. It's actually in a link in one of these corners up here. But go check that video out if you haven't removed the bodywork yet. But if you have, and you need to know how to remove the radiator, then this is the video for you. Enjoy. Alright, so the very first thing you want to do is just drain the radiator, and the drain screw is located on the left side of the radiator there. So just loosen that and drain that out. Now, if you loosen the radiator cap, it'll drain faster, so just be prepared to catch the excess fluid, because it is sometimes can be under a little bit of pressure and it will flow quite a bit like it did here. Alright, after that slows to a drip, just tighten that drain screw back up. I always tighten it back up snug so that way I don't have to remember later on. But after that's tight, we'll just locate all the clamps we're going to remove. We're going to remove this one off the water pump, one off the top of the water neck there. There's also a clamp on this side on the lower portion of the radiator there. And then you're just going to want to disconnect the hose that attaches to the top of the radiator as well. Now, the removing the clamps is pretty straightforward. Just take your channel lock pliers and squeeze the clamps in and slide them back. You just want to be careful that when you're squeezing those clamps in, you don't accidentally squeeze on that hose too much, because this is plastic and it will break. Alright, so just take your time there. Everything should just pull off nice and easily. Again, it is plastic, so you might just need to twist it a little to get it started. Alright, so moving right along, the next thing you want to do is remove the clips that secure the radiator to the bike. They are just C-clips, so you just pry them out. There you go, C-clip, washer, and then a rubber grommet is what actually holds it in place on the bike there. So once you have the clip removed and the washer off, just pry out on the rubber grommet. Might need a little WD-40 to help it along the way. That's how you remove it. This was the easiest one to show you. There are two more of these that secure it to the bike. One is located here by the filler neck on the right side of the bike, and the other one is located on the left side of the bike on the top of the radiator. That was difficult to film taking off. Alright, so two more things before we actually take this radiator off. Just want to unplug the external temperature plug here. Just unplug that and let that wire hang. We will have to unplug the fan. So we will have to cut this zip tie and then unplug that fan motor. As to undo this plug, if you notice, that's just a rectangle. That's an offset rectangle. If you just turn that sideways and twist it, that locks that plug back into place. To remove it, just twist it sideways. That comes out that way. Then you just unplug it. Alright, so once you have everything disconnected and unhooked, should just be as simple as pulling the radiator straight forward. Be careful not to puncture the radiator on anything sharp, so just be careful when removing it. That's how you remove the radiator. Now, as long as you took your time removing it and noting where everything went, the installation is the reverse of the removal. If this video was helpful, guys, as always, drop a thumbs up below. Thank you for watching the video. We'll see you in the next video. Hopefully this one was helpful. And there's the radiator, all in one piece.